Oh,
What's up, everybody? We're staying till the credits, and last night we saw MCU movie number 557, Doctor Strange's mom. Just saw that last night. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. It was about the multiverse. Yeah.
Strange's mom.
Yeah, Doctor Strange's mom, MOM.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Okay. Uh, yeah, Sebastian and I briefly discussed what we thought about the movie. Obviously, we're in separate cities, so we can't really
Yeah.
like talk about it like right away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we did talk about a little bit of our thoughts in the movie. Um, I mean, I think we have kind of different opinions on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what this episode is for. So I'm really looking forward to the whole discussion of it.
Yeah.
All
Um,
right. Right. What did you want to start with?
so what should we start talking about?
Okay. Well, to start off, I would say that I love what Sam Raimi did.
Mm-hmm.
The whole because to people that don't know, Sam Raimi was the director of Spider-Man, with Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically created our childhoods.
Yeah.
Uh,
We
and
talk about them so much
yeah,
all the
you
time.
guys know it's basically a
This
Spider-Man
this is basically a
podcast.
Spider-Man podcast. Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, also Sam Raimi directed a lot of horror movies like The Evil Dead and others.
Yeah.
And Sebastian is really a fan of horror, obviously, and a fan of Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm.
And also I am as well. I mean, because you could definitely tell this movie is so different to any MCU movie that we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think, what stands out of it. And that's, I think, like the horror aspect that Sam Raimi included is
Yeah.
probably the best thing about this movie, honestly.
And that's why I think I like it so much, because it is the first, I guess, different MCU movie, because it's more horror themed. It's not scary, it's not gory. I've seen some tweets where it's like, oh my god, it's so scary, like it's so gory, whatever. It's not, dude. Like
It's not gory.
it's not at all. It's
I mean, to be fair,
there's
it's also a PG-13 movie,
Yeah,
so
it's
you can't
PG-13
expect that.
movie. PG movies back in the day used to get away with so much more, especially PG movies. Like when I first saw Jaws and that dude got his leg ate off and it just like falls in frame. That's gorier than this movie. But anyways, I was telling JP, I feel like I'm kind of biased because I really like Sam Raimi. I really like horror movies. So to see a horror movie um embrace my bad. I meant to say, to see a superhero movie embrace a lot of horror aspects is something cool, something that's rarely been done. It was done in, what was that movie that James Gunn produced? Brightburn, Evil Superman. Um, they also kind of wanted to do it in New Mutants, Fox, but I don't know. Those movies didn't really work out well. And this one, it's cool because it's more supernatural as opposed to psychological or just like evil Superman. But yeah, I would say I really enjoyed this movie. And I think the sole reason is because it's Sam Raimi. I'm pretty biased when it comes to Sam Raimi. And
Yeah, I mean, like I said, because I mean, Sam Raimi has his own like directing style. Every director has their own directing style, but I
yeah.
really liked that he made it his own, and I really
Yeah.
liked that he
And
included that in the MCU
yeah,
because
and
it's something we've
even
never seen.
yeah, and it's like you can just tell right away that this movie, it's different than other Marvel movies, because you can actually tell the fucking director's directorial style. It's something that I say all the time why I like Guardians of the Galaxy so much, because you can see so much of James Gunn. I'm excited for the new Thor movie because I'm hopeful that we can see more Taika Waititi's, you know, flair. And in this movie especially, I think um it's not 100% Sam Raimi. You can tell that there's a lot of like Marvel previs shenanigans going on, but
Yeah,
for the most part, this movie Sam Raimi, like from the camera work, from some of the shots. We'll talk about
coloring.
more of it later, I guess, when we go through the story. But this movie's like 3/4 Sam Raimi, and I'm super proud of that. I'm super happy with that. I saw this tweet that was like saying that this movie is good in terms of like directing and like the actual like visual nature of it, but when it comes to the script, it's not as good. It's like there's a reason why the writer writes for the MCU and Sam Raimi's like directs for like a bunch of other stuff. And I kind of agree with that. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on that?
Well, I had heard before that I don't know from where exactly, probably just on Twitter or something, but Elizabeth Olsen did confirm it that the script did go through a lot of changes
Mm,
throughout the filming. So once like she was done filming, she did say that uh they still filmed a lot more because they did a lot of reshoots and
a lot of
everything.
reshoots. Yeah.
So I think maybe that affected the story a little bit, because also uh Kevin Feige has like this thing planned, like he has the whole story planned until like fucking 2050. You know, I mean, the MCU is gonna go on for I don't know how long, but he has it all
Mm-hmm.
planned. So, but he's not gonna let everyone know his plan. So definitely he has to like basically say to maybe the directors, in this case Sam Raimi, and be like, oh, include this, include that, or don't include that, don't include this, because we're going to talk about it later in another movie or show, whatever, because now we have MCU shows. And obviously also very, very important to the story here, talking about MCU shows, it was WandaVision.
Right.
uh
Which
and
Sam Raimi had not seen all of WandaVision. I saw
yeah.
that he only saw the important stuff that related to Wanda for this movie. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, Wanda is in this movie, and if you also didn't know, she's the villain in this movie.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but not really, because people really expected that. I don't know how are
Yeah,
we doing like no spoilers first and then spoilers?
I mean, in the trailer, she says like, "I do it, and I'm the enemy." Like, how
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
fair? So, I mean, it's pretty safe to assume that she was the
yeah,
villain.
yeah,
There was nothing else marketed as the villain. Instead, maybe Doctor Strange himself. So,
yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, but I mean, for Sam Raimi, can you blame him? I mean, there's like fucking 50 movies of the MCU, and
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no,
I'm not complaining
I
since we're fans of it,
I
but
don't I don't I don't give a crap that he didn't watch the TV show.
which
Because
by the way, also I want to
because
mention,
that's some real quick. Sorry, that's some bullshit that I hate now when it comes to cinematic universes, that I have to keep a fucking checklist of stuff that relates to what movie. Like,
mhm,
if you just went into this movie blind, like it's not that bad of a movie that you can't go in blind. But there's like some stuff, like if you didn't watch WandaVision, there's a recap in the movie. But to get the full effect of what Wanda feels like, it helps that you saw WandaVision. Like, more of the cameos are cool because if you see What If and you see Captain Carter's episode, and even though it's a different Captain Carter, it's like, oh, that's still cool. So that's just my nitpicking. Having to watch a bunch of shit before I watch other shit.
yeah. I mean, I guess it is like for a casual Marvel watching person, I mean, it is, I guess it could be kind of intimidating because they do include things from other franchises.
Hmm,
I mean, this is not a spoiler because Charles Xavier was in the trailer,
right.
which by the way, I really don't think they should have included him.
In the
But
trailer or in the movie in general?
in the trailer.
Hmm.
In general, I just don't think they should have included him because there is like a lot of things that should, like, I think would have been better as a surprise. But then again, I mean, I guess someone who saw the trailer and be like, who the heck is that?
Yeah,
Because they've
like,
never seen the X-Men movies.
yeah, they're like, who the hell is that British voice speaking to me right now?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
probably what they think.
Yeah. I mean, uh it's okay. I mean, I guess it all depends on where or how you watch the stuff. I mean, obviously, since we've seen like everything since it came out, but for someone new, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's 30 something MCU movies
Yeah,
plus all the X-Men movies
it
plus the MCU shows. I guess it is very
it's
overwhelming.
a lot to catch up to, especially like because in this movie they reference other stuff. Small spoilers, by the way. I guess. I mean, not really. They mention like Thanos in this movie, right? They mention some
Yeah.
other characters, and it's like I guess spoilers for one of the members of the secret group. Like I never saw the Inhumans TV show, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's not the same version of that character, but if I had to watch the Inhumans TV show to know who the fuck this person was, that gets like 5 minutes of screen time, uh, like there's that thing that like the MCU sort of feels like a chore. It feels kind of like stale to me at times. So I don't know if you're not a fan of the MCU and you haven't seen that many movies, like it can be kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure. Someone to be introduced like brand new to the MCU, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it can be very overwhelming. But then again, I mean, like I said, we've seen everything since it came out, so
Yeah, we
it's
have.
not a
Yeah,
struggle for us.
yeah, no, that's what. Yeah, I'm just saying for new fans, it might be like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah. You gotta like empathize with them.
yeah, but I mean, to be fair, this movie's plot is pretty simple. It's
Yeah,
it's
it
it's not.
that's something I think I it was okay about it because
Yeah,
I mean when you think about the title Multiverse of Madness, oh they're gonna go into different universes,
yeah. I thought there
but
was gonna be way too much exposition about like the multiverse, about what was going on, but really it was just like there's this girl who can travel through the multiverse. Wanda wants her powers because she wants to see her kids again, and then Doctor Strange just needs
yeah,
they use a book. They use
yeah,
books to help them out.
yeah. It was really a simple story.
Yeah,
There was no like subplots here and there.
yeah.
It
Which
was
is
just one story. We follow it, and about the multiverse. Really, they really only go into two or
yeah,
three different universes.
for sure. It's like really there's only the A plot, which is Doctor Strange wants to stop Wanda, and then the B plot is just Wanda wants to do what she do,
Yeah,
which
pretty much.
yeah, which I think it works. The script's not as good as we said. I mean, it's too simple. I mean, there's nothing too deep when it comes to some of the other characters. There is some heart to the movie though, I will say. Like there are some scenes that are really good, especially with Wanda. And then some other scenes with America Chavez and Doctor Strange get some good stuff too. So it's not that bad. It's just not that great, I would say. It's not the fucking best.
Yeah, I think that's what made it suffer a little bit. But I don't know if that's Sam Raimi's fault or is that Marvel's job? I
No,
mean,
that
fault or like the
I
writers
I
or
wouldn't
I don't
blame
know.
Sam Raimi because the things that I really like about this movie is more so when you get to see Sam Raimi's visual style. Like later on, there's I guess spoilers again. I guess zombie Doctor Strange rises from his thing, and then there's just like a shot of his eyes where he like breathes, and I thought that was so campy and really funny, and it was like out of another different movie, not something out of the MCU. A lot of the camera work, like we said, was really it was really reminiscent of Evil Dead. Um, what else or something else? Oh, I really like the fight with between the two Doctor Stranges, the one with the musical notes.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that in TikTok.
I thought that one was really fun, and then at the end of the day, this movie for me was just really fun. So I think that's why I like it so much because I like I said I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I like horror. I like superhero movies. This shit was cool. This shit was made specifically for me.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think that's why maybe Sebastian enjoyed it a little more
Yeah.
because I mean, like I enjoyed this movie. I really did.
Mhm.
But yeah, there was just some things I wasn't a fan of. But yeah, there's but then again, talking about fan, I was gonna mention it before. Sam Raimi himself said that his favorite Spider-Man is Tom Holland. And he said that his favorite Spider-Man movie is No Way Home. So to all
Oh,
the fanboys that want to say like Sam Raimi did the best Spider-Man movie and everything. And I mean, no, but like I'm saying more to like the Tom Holland haters.
oh,
From the word from the mouth of the man himself, Sam Raimi said this, and you can look it up. It's not a lie. But yeah, I'm just saying.
damn, Sam
Uh,
Raimi's dumb, bro. Into the Spider Verse exists.
yeah, probably he should have included that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, talk about still Sam Raimi though. I mean, this is probably it. This is like to show Marvel that they really should include more of horror into the MCU. I don't know how they could include more, but it
Oh,
really
oh,
shows.
oh, 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 I know what they can do. I know what they can do. They should
What?
do a Midnight Suns movie. Have Doctor Strange,
Oh yeah,
Blade, Moon Knight,
Midnight
uh,
Suns
whoever else they think is cool. Ghost Rider would be cool for that movie.
for sure,
Bunch of supernatural heroes fighting like zombies, witches, vampires, whatever, dude. Like that'd be pretty cool.
for sure. I
Um,
mean, we already got introduced. Well, not really, but almost introduced to vampires in the
mhm.
MCU with Blade.
Yeah,
Uh,
and in the Blade movie, it can be horror themed as well. It can be like horror action,
True.
like
I don't
like
know if
kind
there's
of like the
already a
old ones.
director for that,
I'm not
but
sure.
yeah, but maybe Sam Raimi could do that too. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I wouldn't mind him doing Blade or the Midnight Suns movie, especially if the Midnight Suns ends up being like a Doctor Strange movie, because it's like if you're gonna have Sam Raimi do this one, just make him do the other one. Just make him do the next one.
Yeah, it could be like Doctor Strange 2.5.
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of
Yeah,
kind of like Captain America Civil War, which is
yeah,
basically Avengers 2.5.
yeah, like that. Um, or just get other horror movie directors. I know this movie was supposed to be directed by I think Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister, but he dropped out. Um, I wonder why he dropped out. I don't know if he had any other commitments or he just wasn't feeling the script or the movie. But I'm glad Sam Raimi stepped in. I'm glad he got to have some fun with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, without really spoiling it any more than what we can say, this movie definitely is fun. It really, like you said, it really is really fun.
Hmm.
Uh, and I mean, everything else apart from Doctor Strange, like especially the Wanda stuff, it really makes this movie great. I really enjoyed all that with Wanda and everything. But like I was telling Sebastian before, as much as this is a Doctor Strange movie, this is a Scarlet Witch movie, and that's not a bad thing.
Hmm.
Because this is the continuation of her WandaVision story. Um, and I think they did a great job with it. Uh, I would have loved to have seen more of Wanda, I think, even though we did see a lot of her, but I would have
Yeah.
loved to have seen more and more. And just because they really did show how strong she is as an MCU character in this movie.
Yeah, and I really liked how she was handled as a villain because obviously in the comics she's a villain for the most part. The MCU had her as a villain at first, and then they made her into an Avenger. And for the most part, she was an Avenger, pretty much a good guy for most of her screen time on the MCU. And it wasn't until WandaVision, and especially in this movie, that we see her really be a big villain. And I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty scary, pretty powerful. I don't know if, like how powerful she actually is in the comics. I don't know if it's accurate, but I don't really care that much. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't really think it's necessary to be comic accurate
Yeah.
anymore.
I mean, there's still gonna be like fanboys everywhere that are like, this is not like the comics. Like, just shut up. It's a different universe. Even though it says it's Universe 616, it's not Universe 616. You still have your comics to read. You still have other movies, other stuff to enjoy. If you don't like this Scarlet Witch, just watch one of the cartoons and enjoy that one.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
mean, I
it
know
is.
there's always going to be comics you can read, enjoy. Uh, I mean, you might not enjoy a version of the movie, but think about it like this. It is a multiverse movie, so if one character you don't like a version of him, there's another character that could be better.
Right.
Okay, but I think we talked full spoilers now because there's really not much you could say about it without it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before we do that, I always say the ratings of the movie, what it has right now on Rotten Tomatoes. It is standing at a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience score is at an 88%. So I
I
think those
never,
are good ratings.
I never listened to Tomatoes, anyways. So
Yeah, I hadn't seen uh the rating before the movie. I didn't want to. I didn't even want to Google it because I remember I was gonna Google the screen time. I mean the runtime, but I was like, yeah, no, never mind. I don't want to know what the rating is yet because uh unfortunately I couldn't go see the movie first day.
mm-hmm.
So we saw it yesterday, Friday, and sometimes they do it on Thursdays and everything.
Yeah.
Um, but either way, the consensus is that the majority of people think that it's a good movie. It's they enjoyed it. Maybe their critic reviews are lower, but it is still very enjoyable. Now talking spoilers, I mean, Xochitl Gomez, she represented us Mexicans in the MCU, uh, and I
Well,
think,
I don't think
what?
she's Mexican. I think America Chavez is Puerto Rican, but
No, she has Mexican dad, I think.
she has no. And I don't mean her. I meant like I don't meant the actress. I meant like the character. But either way, Latina
Oh, okay.
representation is good,
Okay. Yeah, no.
and also LGBT representation.
Okay, yeah. Well, she's from Hollywood, but yeah, she's like part Mexican. She has a father from Mexico, so that's what I was saying.
Yeah, yeah. My
She
bad.
representing our Mexican heritage
I
in the
mainly meant
MCU.
yeah. I mainly meant the character, which either way, just representation is good. I like representation.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, what did you think about America Chavez in the movie?
I liked her, dude.
Yeah,
I thought she was cool. I'm excited to see more of her, especially if they're ever gonna do the Young Avengers.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
she'd
they've
be a
been
good
kind of
fit.
setting it
Yeah.
up for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I mean, with Billy and Tommy that we saw in this movie again, from WandaVision, Wanda's kids. And that's mostly what the movie is about, Wanda's kids. Wanda is torn because she lost her kids in WandaVision, and she knows that with the Darkhold, she can tie into, or I mean, she can see into other universes where her kids aren't gone.
Yeah.
And she explains to Doctor Strange that in she knows that other universes don't have other universes. Wanda's didn't lose their children, so she feels it's unfair that her version, the MCU version, the 616 universe, uh, she feels it's unfair that she had to lose her kids. So that's why Doctor Strange uh, has to now prevent her, going through all the universes. And they introduced this concept of dream walking, which basically means, uh, you know, kind of possessing uh, an alternate version of yourself.
Yeah. Which I think that's a cool way to make because obviously Wanda, she can't just go to another dimension because then
Yeah,
that would defeat the whole point. So I like that they introduced
yeah,
uh like a specific reason of how Wanda's able to use her alternate self.
yeah. They made it like logical in a way, but they
Mhm.
also made it make sense because also they say, like, obviously America Chavez is the only person in the whole universe that can travel through universes just like that.
Yeah. And
And but I mean,
sh-
she can take people with her, but like she's the only one with the power to do that.
mhm. And it's
So
cool because also she's like the only version of herself.
yeah, there's no other America Chavez in the other universes, which I
Dude,
think is pretty
I
cool.
I don't dream like ever. So does that mean there's only one version of me?
Probably, yeah, because that's what they were mentioning in the movie. Uh, America was explaining that dreams
Hmm.
are kind of like your way of looking into other versions of yourself. And I love the joke that Wong made that that he always has a dream about him being naked running from a clown.
Oh yeah.
And then America's like, yeah, yeah, like that's probably true in another universe. Yeah, but because Wanda also experienced it with her dreams. She in her dreams she looks at her kids,
Hmm.
and that's also how she knows that her kids are alive in other universes. And
Yeah.
since she knows about America's power, that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to steal her power so that she can travel through the multiverse. Uh, and I'm glad that that didn't happen though, because I uh I really enjoyed America Chavez's
Yeah,
character.
I liked her a lot too. Um, she was a good character. Wanda was a good character. We mentioned her. Uh, I think a good villain has a good villain should have not good motivations, but motivations that are understandable. And for Wanda, all she wants to do is see her kids again.
Yeah.
But obviously the way she's doing it is wrong, which I think it's a good conflict for Doctor Strange and Wanda. I just feel like it would have been a little bit better if Doctor Strange had more of an interaction with Wanda, like before this movie. Like if they were somehow like best friends, and then because they're both like magic people, you know. Like I feel like it would have been more heartbreaking to see the two magic Avengers be like, oh dude, we gotta fucking kill each other now.
Yeah, I guess if there was more of a connection between them,
Yeah.
which I mean, I get yeah, I get what you're saying. It probably would have been more emotional.
That's just like a small thing though. That's just what I would have thought would make the movie a little bit more
Yeah.
impactful, even though it is impactful already for Wanda. Because Wanda gets some really good scenes where you can really feel her pain and like see how cruel she can be.
Hmm.
Like it's a cringe line, but when Doctor Strange is like you're a monster, or somebody says you're a monster, she's just like, no, I'm a mother. Even though it's a little bit cringe, I'm like, that's still pretty. It's like kind of a good line because you get to see what
Yeah, her motivation.
her motivations. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we did mention. I mean, I mentioned it before that like as much as this is a Doctor Strange movie, this is a
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet Witch movie.
Mm-hmm.
But and then also we like I said, we saw how strong Wanda is in this movie, and is insane like how OP she actually is. I mean, we really don't see much of that in the whole MCU that we've seen Wanda. I mean, we know she's strong and
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, we know in
And
WandaVision that she can warp reality.
pretty much, yeah,
Yeah,
like that's how we learned about it.
so that's already fucking OP. And in this movie, she does it again because when we first see her, she's like in a farm. She's growing some apples. According to her, they're real. Doctor Strange is
Mhm.
like, they smell real. They smell pretty real. But then it turns out it's all fake. She's just living in a shack with a bunch of old, ugly trees.
Yeah, it the that reveal was like so fast.
I thought that was, and then I caught that too, like, because she was like, "Oh, you can bring America with me," and I was like,
Yeah,
Doctor Strange didn't say her name,
yeah,
and I was like, "That's a little creepy, Wanda. Why are you saying it like that?" And then Doctor Strange was like, "I didn't say her name," or like Wanda was like, "I didn't say you didn't say her name either." Some bullshit, but
yeah.
it was good. I
That
thought it was a
yeah,
good
that
reveal.
reveal was like so fast. I
I
thought it was gonna be later in the
No, me
movie.
too, and that's something that I liked because it was like right off the bat, you're like, oh, this is who the villain is. You don't have to worry about like, oh, is it an evil Doctor Strange? Is it some other magical bullshit? Like, no, like right away you're like, oh, Wanda's a villain. And right away you see her like just kill everybody in what's it called? Camertage? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I forgot what that was.
The where Doctor Strange trained and everything. What's the name of it?
Oh yeah, yeah, like the sacred grounds. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, whatever they're called. It has a specific name. I forgot the name.
Yeah, I forgot the name too.
But seeing Wanda just fucking kill
She
everybody.
solos. She literally solos against all the sorcerers
Yeah, but
in the place. I don't know
yeah, but I
what they
mean,
called.
all they do is do this, like
Yeah, well, they gotta defend
how
themselves.
yeah, but how tough can they be? You know what I mean? Like that's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, it's true, but yeah, like the way she just solos everyone is
dude, and
insane.
and the way because there's a part where she like at towards the end where she is just wrecking everyone's shit. Towards the end of that sequence, like it's just burnt bodies, like charred bodies.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, like what was
No,
it?
yeah.
I
One of
I, I
my one of
watched this
my
with my girlfriend, right? And she was like,
yeah.
Wanda's such a badass. Like she was loving that Wanda was like just kicking ass. And I
Yeah.
was I was like, Wanda's being a dick right now, dude. And she was like, "Mhm." But then she saw the charred bodies, and we both looked at each other like she looked at me
Yeah.
like scared. She was like, "Oh my god, Wanda's crazy."
Yeah, Wanda is crazy. But no, one of
Mhm.
my favorite sequences of that whole part of the movie was the way she was like attacking when they were already getting closer to America Chavez, when she was attacking the people through reflections.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when she came out of like the
The
gong,
bong or
yeah,
the bong. I said bong by accident.
dude, that would have been that's a way different movie. But yeah, when she
She
comes
came
up
out of a bong,
when
dude.
she comes out of the gong and she's like cracking
Oh
all over the
yeah.
place.
What's it called? The the fucking horror monster that comes out like that. The Grudge, is it the Grudge?
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like the Grudge that she's like,
Oh yeah, that
but
was like that made me ick so hard, but I
it
was like,
was
oh,
it
it's
was
so
so
cool.
good. The CGI was kind of bad for that a little bit. Like it was a little bit choppy, but it kind of worked because it kind of made it look a little bit creepier. Like it made it look like not right. And
Yeah, it was
that part was
disturbing.
cool. The when she's pulling people through the reflection, I thought that was a little bit funny at first. Like when she just like drops the guy like like through the puddle, like he just disappears like instantly. But the rest of that was really scary, and I thought it was really good the way it was done.
Yeah, for sure.
When her
Yeah, like
eyeball pops out through the puddle.
yeah,
Yeah,
holy yeah, like that was one of my favorite sequences
yeah, that one
throughout the
was
entire
good.
movie.
And there's just
But
there's
like
just so many good
when
sequences like that.
yeah, when she came out of that gong, I was like, okay, now this is like a fucking horror
Hmm.
movie. Because like
Yeah,
that's still in the beginning of the
yeah,
movie.
that's like the first 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't even know.
I think even shorter than that, probably like for first 20-15 minutes.
Oh man, yeah, this movie. How long is it? Like 2 hours?
I think it's 2 hours and like 6 minutes.
Oh yeah, so it's
But
not the longest MCU movie. It's like
no, it's
it's
actually the
probably one of the
shortest.
shortest.
No, it is the shortest. It's the shortest of the fourth phase
Oh
of the
okay.
whole, because like the
As
fourth phase already has like
as a
what, like
whole, I think this is like the sixth shortest movie or like the fifth shortest movie in the MCU from what I remember.
yeah. Well, I mean, talking about the runtime, I remember people were freaking out that this
Yeah.
movie was too short because it was revealed that the runtime was going to be 2 hours and 6 minutes, and people were like, "No, that's too little. They have so much to cover. How are they going to do that in 2 hours?" And I mean, at first I was like, I mean, I don't think that's bad. I
Mhm.
mean, and then we talked about like we shouldn't normalize fucking 3 hour movies and
Yeah.
4 hour movies, but I mean, I guess you could say in some parts it was a little rushed, but I think it wasn't
I
that bad, like the runtime.
I I I mean I do have some problems with the pacing. That's one of the things where even though this movie was short, some scenes felt like the movie was kind of like dragging a bit because I was like, I know this movie's short, so why is this scene so
Yeah,
long? Kind of feeling.
yeah, I
But
felt the same.
for the most part, I thought it was fine. Like I said, the script was super simple, and I think maybe that's has to do with the rewrites. I feel like maybe it was more complicated and more not fleshed out. I just feel like maybe it did have too much exposition, too much dialogue explaining everything, and then they decided to cut a bunch of stuff. I feel like that might be the case where like I don't think they had anything crazy planned. Like I don't think they had like all the rumors we heard. I don't think they had all that stuff planned. Like Superior Iron Man and like
Yeah.
the rest of the characters like
Yeah,
getting
that's
help from.
something the movie suffered from. Not
Mhm.
because people, uh, I mean, no, I guess it's because of the people, really. People expected a lot more cameos from this movie, and I mean, since we're already talking about spoilers, do not expect that many cameos. There is some,
Yeah.
but it's probably what, like four, maybe,
Yeah.
not that much.
And the
And
best
then it
cameo isn't even a superhero, bro. Like straight up.
yeah, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
I was gonna say, I feel like, after seeing No Way Home, I feel like people were like, dude, Multiverse of Madness is gonna be crazy because
yeah,
we're gonna see a bunch of people, it's gonna connect everything. We're gonna see Spider-Man again because it's Sam Raimi. It's gonna be fucking sick. And I'll admit, at first I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna happen. But then
I
uh
mean, it made sense
I mean
since
I mean
Sam Raimi did direct
I
Toby's,
mean, yeah, for
movie.
sure. And I was kind of hoping that was what the end credits was gonna be, just like New York building, or like some crappy apartment, and then or I thought it was gonna be like another pizza time joke. I
Yeah,
thought it was gonna be Bruce Campbell being like, "Hey, I got this
no,
delivery to do," and then Toby was gonna be like, "Oh, pizza time," some bullshit.
they kind of teased it though. I remember they did a TV spot where they showed the same pizza that came out in Toby Maguire's movie, the Joe's
Mm.
Pizza. So they did tease it. And I mean, I guess it's not our fault
Yeah.
for thinking Toby would come
I
out.
mean,
But
but to
also
to be fair, that is a real pizza place though. Like
yeah.
you can go to New York and buy a slice from there, and it says "as seen
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Spider-Man." So
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But I wanted to ask you, what time did you see the movie?
I saw it at 6:30.
Okay, so you saw it before me. I saw it at
Yeah.
8.
Hmm.
You texted
I
me
texted
when
you
I was
while you were watching the movie.
yeah, I
I
know.
I had just gotten out. I was like, "Oh, I was in the movie. I was a cameo," and I think I told
Yeah,
you Spider
he
Man was in
texted
it.
me. Yeah, he texted me Spider-Man was in it, and I was like, this fucker just spoiled Toby's
No.
cameo. Because I was right when I read that text, it was the end credits. So I
Mhm.
thought, oh, he's gonna be a post-credit scene. And this fucker made me think Toby was gonna come out.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't.
I wanted you to think that because I was like, oh, I don't know if he's watching the movie right now. Like he's probably not going to see the text until
Yeah, because I don't think
after.
I told you what time I was gonna go see it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so fuck. I was like, damn, this fucker.
Yeah, and that's the reaction I wanted to get was like you being like, oh fuck. But it should have been obvious I was lying because I said, oh, I was in the movie.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, what does he mean? Because like literally his text was, dude, I was in the movie and also
Yeah,
Spidey.
yeah.
And I was like, what does he mean by that? Is it like a character named Sebastian or something at the end?
No, I was in the movie. I was uh alternate paint man number two.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
that was
From one
me.
of the universes, right?
Hmm. One thing I do want to say is that I feel like there should have been more creativity with some of the universes. I mean, some of them were really weird, like the paint one.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to see the dinosaur one.
Yes, dude. I
Yeah,
remember. I mean,
like
we
maybe
love
like, dude,
dinosaurs. So,
imagine like a Jurassic Avengers. Like that'd be cool. Like just
I
prehistoric
mean,
versions.
I think it would have been so cool if like in one of those sequences where they're like going through universes, uh which by the way we mentioned they only stayed in like 2 or 3 universes in the whole
Hmm.
movie. But I think it would have been so cool, like that the dinosaur one, if they stayed in the dinosaur one for at least 30 seconds,
Yeah,
and they're running away from a T-Rex or
yeah,
something,
that
and
would
then
be cool.
America
Like
Chavez like punches through, go to
just
another
like a
universe.
just like a shot of like them like being like they land on the thing and then they're like, what's that noise? And then they see like a T-Rex like just
Yeah,
coming
that
through
would have
them.
been so cool. That's all I needed, just 30 seconds. Like,
Yeah, just small stuff, just small fun stuff. I feel like you could have totally done. Um,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, they should have spent a little more time in other universes.
mhm. Yeah, but I mean, the Doctor Strange does tell America like at the end that you always took us to where we needed to go, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have made that much sense for them to land on the dinosaur planet, almost die, and then Doctor
No,
Strange to be
but
like,
that's when she couldn't control it yet.
yeah, I know, but Doctor Strange says yes, you could always control it. You always took us to where we needed to go because they took him to the universe with Christine the nurse with the other Book of Ashanti, and then later when Christine and Doctor Strange get stranded, they go to the other Doctor Strange that has the Darkhold, which Doctor Strange uses, and then that brings him back to and then later Doctor Strange is like, you always took us to where we needed to go, dude. Like you did know how to control your powers.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. The I mean, I wanted to ask you, I mean, well, not really, it's not really a question, but uh because I remember the Illuminati was in the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why. I thought that the Illuminati was going to be like not in a specific universe. I just thought it would be like in a void. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. Um,
Yeah, because like, does that mean that every universe would have an Illuminati or no?
uh,
Probably just that one, right?
no, not just that one. Because I mean, excuse me, because they're basically like the Avengers in their world, but they're not supposed. I mean, they're kind of like snobby in the movie. I get the vibe that they're kind of snobby. They kind of oversee like the whole world, like in a more like political, secretive sort of way, like the Illuminati. But I don't know. I think the Illuminati could exist in the main universe also.
Yeah, probably.
If Tony was still alive, I feel like he would be the type of guy to be like, we got to keep some secrets away from like the other dudes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, since you mentioned Tony, where were you? I mean, I know there wasn't as many cameos
Mm-hmm.
as people thought there would be, but were you disappointed by that or no?
I'm not, to be honest, because I feel like too many cameos would have actually made the movie kind of like, I don't know. I feel
Too
like,
dependent on fan service, probably.
yeah, and it's like different from No Way Home because No Way Home had it had
Characters that we've seen
a lot of
before.
fan service, but it was characters that we'd seen. I mean, in
Yeah.
this movie, it was also characters that we'd seen, but
I mean, honestly, just Charles Xavier, really. That's pretty much it. Because
yeah,
we had never seen John Krasinski as fantastic,
yeah,
Mr. Fantastic,
which
which spoiler, by the way.
spoilers, yeah. Mr. Fantastic is in this movie. He's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of the other characters already exist in the MCU, like Mordo,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is
Yeah, but no
Rambo's
one was.
version.
I don't think anyone was hyped for them.
No, honestly, man, like
Maybe Captain Marvel a little bit for like Captain Marvel fans, but
I felt
I
really bad in the theater because people were clapping for Captain Carter, and I was like, yeah, I mean, Peggy's pretty cool. Some dudes were clapping for Black Bolt, and I was like, what the fuck? Like Black Bolt, he's cool in the comics. I never read Inhumans that much, but I never saw the TV show. So no disrespect to Anson Mount who plays Black Bolt, but like
yeah,
some people were cheering, some people were like, oh, dude, like I was like, "Oh, who cares?"
I mean, I knew who he was,
Yeah, no, I knew
but
who he
not
was,
because I've seen the movie. I mean,
but
the TV show, but
but I
yeah.
wasn't like, "Oh shit, dude, it's fucking Black Bolt."
Yeah. I mean, I think he's probably the one that just came out of left field. I
no,
never expected Black Bolt.
it's because he's in the Illuminati in the comics because it's like
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
it's
didn't
it's
know that.
it's Charles Xavier because he's like oversees the mutants. It's him, Black Bolt, because he's king of the Inhumans. It's T'Challa, Black Panther, because he fucking rules Wakanda. It's Namor who rules fucking Atlantis. And
Yeah,
there's
it's
and
other
then there's
characters.
Tony and Reed because they're super smart. And but anyways, what I was saying, I felt super bad because when I forget her name, the actress's name who plays
Who? Captain Marvel or
yeah, I forgot the actress's name.
Captain Carter?
No, Captain Marvel. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know her name. I don't think I've ever
Okay,
seen
so her name is
her.
Lashana Lynch.
Yeah, no, I
She
would have never gotten that.
she plays Carol's friend in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So she's Captain Marvel in this, and I feel so bad because nobody like cheered when she came on in my theater. Like no one was really like excited. I don't think people knew who she was,
Probably, yeah.
or
A lot of people probably didn't remember.
like I remembered because of like rumors and speculation, right? And I was like, oh, that's I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool. Uh, but
That
her cameo was the one where people were like, hmm. And then Reed
I wanted
Richards
to
came
ask
on,
about.
and everyone was like, oh,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Like, how were your theater reactions?
there were. I mean, no one was like clapping and cheering. I mean, it was only during those cameos, and that was about it.
Yeah. I mean, my theater was relatively quiet, honestly. Uh
Yeah,
they only really got excited for Reed Richards and
yeah.
Xavier, really.
Mine too. I mean, they got excited for Black Bolt and Captain
I don't think
Carter
I don't think
also.
there was any reaction for Captain Carter or Captain Marvel
Yeah, no, for mine
or Black Bolt.
they were like, whoa.
Yeah, no. There was a couple sitting next to me. I remember, and then the guy was sitting next to me, and his girlfriend, wife, or whatever. She was the one like she was like, "What?" She was mind blown. She's the loudest person in the room when Reed Richards came out. Yeah.
No,
Which, by the way, what did you think about Marvel listening to the fan cast, and
I
putting
don't know.
John Krasinski?
I'm not the biggest fan of the fan cast, if I'm being honest. But
Really?
yeah, I mean, he looks like Reed Richards, like sure, but I don't know. I'm not like the biggest fan. It's because I like John Krasinski when I see him in the office. I'm like that guy's Jim from The Office, right?
Hmm.
But I don't like Reed Richards. Reed Richards is kind of unlikable, and I'm like, I mean, even though he was only here for like 5 minutes, I'm like, this guy's too likable for me. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather see someone that I
Like
hate
Glenn
at
Howerton.
yeah, I would love Glenn Howerton as Reed Richards because he can play a dick like a snobby scientist
Yeah,
obsessed with his work
because
like
of
way too
Always
much.
Sunny.
Yeah, I'm happy that fans like got their fan cast because it's I guess it's kind of rare to see like the actual fan cast like happen. So I'm happy
Hmm.
for the fans that actually like John Krasinski like or like wanted him like super bad as Reed Richards.
Yeah,
Uh but I mean it's okay. I mean
yeah. I mean, I thought it was really cool, honestly. I mean,
mhm.
I did think he would be a great Reed Richards in the
Yeah,
MCU,
I
but
thought
then but I had seen that Glenn Howerton was already cast,
yeah.
so it threw me out of left field. But also, fucking people on social media, dude, they
They
spoiled
spoiled that for
that.
you.
Yeah, I had not seen any spoilers for the movie, and then someone on YouTube, the
Mhm.
thumbnail, they just put John Krasinski as Fantastic Four, and I was like, God damn it, dude.
No, man, I'm surprised I didn't have it spoiled, but I knew it was coming because when Christine is talking about what she's doing, she says the Baxter Foundation, and I was like, oh, like the Baxter Building, and I was like, oh, I like to my girlfriend. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. And she was like, what does that mean? And I was like, just keep watching, don't worry. And then later it Reed Richards showed up, but I actually thought it was gonna be the old Mr. Fantastic because
Oh yeah,
I had heard rumors about that too. That was gonna be Ian Grufford, I think is his name. I had
I
heard
don't know the
rumors.
actor's name.
I had heard rumors that he was gonna show up also.
Yeah, I also heard rumors about that it was going to be the original Reed Richards from the
So
Fantastic Four movie.
so I thought it was so when I saw John Krasinski, I was like, oh what? I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it was still really cool to see him
Yeah,
because
no,
I
but
mean,
the best fucking cameo. I mean, wait. No. The cooler cameo was when Professor X comes in with the fucking shit he drives in the cartoon, and then it's which by the way, Danny Elfman, the dude who made the music for Sam Raimi's Spider Man, he also did the music for this movie again, working with Sam Raimi, but he fucking uses the X Men theme song from the cartoon and like reworks it when Professor X comes into the thing, and I was like, I was so excited that that scene to me was really cool. Just them introducing everybody, and then Professor X with the but like all not rock and roll, like all
yeah,
orchestrated and
it was
stuff. It
pretty
was
cool.
cool. It was cool. And
Yeah,
then later they all fucking die immediately.
yeah. Wanda absolutely obliterates the
It was
Illuminati.
crazy. And the reason why I like that scene so much, because who gives a fuck about the Illuminati? Black Bolt, you don't care about Black Bolt. Captain Carter, you'd wish it was Captain America. Captain Marvel, like, no disrespect. No one clapped for you. Uh who else is in this movie? Did I already say Black Bolt? I already said Black Bolt. I forgot
Yeah,
who the rest of the Illuminati are. But
you just missed
anyways,
two. I mean, no, three. Mordo, Reed Richards, and Xavier.
oh yeah, but Morlo doesn't die. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Professor X, my girlfriend was like, he better not die again, and he fucking died again. That's like the third time Patrick Stewart has died as Professor X.
Yeah, it was it really I really didn't expect that. If I when I saw that they started dying off, I was like, okay, I don't think they're gonna kill Professor X. And they just fucking his neck.
Yeah, and that was so cool because he Wanda basically becomes Freddy Krueger. Like they're inside his mind. They're inside her
Yeah.
mind, my bad. And then Wanda just snaps his neck in like the dream, kind of. And then Professor X in real life, he's just like, and then he takes a fucking nap.
He falls on his like little cart
Yeah.
and his little go-kart.
My girlfriend was like, oh, but he looks so cute though. Like, but anyways, I was gonna say that Illuminati scene caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting it to be like that fast. Like I wasn't expecting the Illuminati to have a big role in the movie.
Mhm.
But for them to just like die, I thought they're just gonna send off like Doctor Strange and Wanda to a different universe, right? But for them to just fucking die,
Yeah, I agree. I was telling Sebastian before we recorded that I expected them to put more of a fight. I feel like they died too easily to be like their version of the Avengers,
mm-hmm.
and they just die like that.
Well,
I
to
mean,
be
think about it.
fair,
No, because think about it. That universe doesn't have an Avengers anymore because they
no,
all just died.
yeah, to be fair, it's like old guy with brain powers,
A
sorcerer,
sorcerer supreme,
sorcerer supreme. Well,
a captain.
second place sorcerer supreme, two captains, dude who screams.
No, it doesn't scream. He whispers.
Oh yeah, he whispers, and then stretchy guy, smartest guy in the world. Which I was telling JP
Yeah.
for being the smartest guy in the world, he's a fucking idiot. He was trying to reason with Wanda, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well you can't do shit, Wanda, because we have a guy here that can kill you with like just saying a word with his mouth." And then Wanda's like, "What mouth, idiot?" And then boom, Black Bolt doesn't have a mouth. He's like, "Ooh."
The way he just like died was
Dude,
insane.
I wasn't expecting him to die. Like I just thought, oh, like Wanda's just gonna like make everybody like like she's just gonna make everybody fucked up or something, right? Like she's gonna make Captain Carter an old lady because that's what she's supposed to be, an old
Yeah,
lady.
I really didn't think she would kill them.
I thought it was gonna be some body horror shit, but I guess when you take off Black Bolt's mouth and he tries to scream, there's only it doesn't go out, it has to stay in.
Yeah,
So when his head like just popped and like the shit caved in, I was like, holy crap.
that was insane.
Like that
That
moment was one of the that kill was more the most surprising one to me, I think, just
yeah,
because of like it was just like so quick and like really brutal.
yeah, like it's so simple, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
brutal.
Yeah.
Like it definitely it caught me so off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, like I was kind of disappointed that they all died so fast. But
Yeah.
once I accepted that they were gonna die, I was like, holy fuck, this is
Yeah.
insane.
The minute I was like, oh yeah, these bastards are gonna die, I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. They're all dying. Like me and my girlfriend were like, oh shit, dude. Cause we didn't really care that much about the cameos. We were like, those are cool.
Hmm.
But I would not want because at the end of the day, that's all they are, cameos. They're not like roles, right?
Hmm.
They're not like important to the story.
Exactly.
So to see them just die super quick, I was like, holy shit, this movie's fun. Because imagine if that happened in No Way Home, Andrew Garfield and Spider-Man
I
just
would just
die.
die.
That would be lame. That would because it's different sort of like context. In this movie, it's
Hmm.
like you don't care about these characters maybe that much. Just Professor X, Peggy maybe, Reed Richards maybe, even though it's a different version.
Hmm.
But also I like that Reed Richards was like Wanda was like, do your kids have a mom? And I thought I was so scared that he was gonna say no because I was like, oh no, that means Sue Storm died. But then he
Yeah,
was
I
like,
also thought about
but
that.
then he was like, yeah. And then it was crazy when Wanda was like, then they'll have someone to take care of them.
Yeah. Also, I
And then she
mean,
just fucking turns him into spaghetti after.
yeah, that was insane. I was gonna say, so he said he had kids. Do you know
Yeah,
who his kids are? Because
yeah,
I
it's
know Kang
it's
is a descendant of
yeah,
Reed
yeah.
Richards.
Kang is a descendant, but his direct kids are Franklin Richards and Valerie Richards, which I'm not too familiar on their powers. I think they have powers, but they're pretty cool. I like them from the books I've read.
Yeah, I mean, I
They're
also didn't
cool.
expect that because I mean, in the Fantastic Four movie, they never had kids,
No,
so
they
I
don't.
I didn't know about them.
But in I think in a lot of the more recent comics, it's been the Fantastic Four, and their kids are kind of like 10 to 12 years old, I think. So they've had kids for like a while since like this maybe I wouldn't say this not the 60s because that's when they like came out, but since like
Hmm.
the 90s maybe. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Fantastic Four, but they've had kids.
Okay.
There was a Marvel Zombies comic that came out recently where Spider-Man basically was like their cool uncle,
Hmm.
and they were all killing
Cool,
zombies
cool.
with blade and shit. So that was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that was fun. But yeah, holy man, the holy shit, like the way they all died was insane. And then after that, we saw a little bit more horror because after that, Wanda was
Wanda's
chasing.
just chasing them. Yeah,
Yeah, that whole sequence of them. She looks like a zombie, like the way she's like running.
I know. And yeah, for those of you that um need visual help picturing what Wanda looks like, it's just Elizabeth Olsen, all bloody, and she doesn't look like Scarlet Witch. She's wearing like a sweater and jeans. She's all bloody and gross and hurt. And yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's like her feet are injured, so she's like kind of
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
stumbling
She's
in it.
walking on glass and crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which by the way, I don't know if she was like shoeless.
Well, because Wanda's possessing the other version of Wanda, so it's like, who cares if this body gets hurt as long as like I kill
I,
other people. Because I
I
don't think
guess.
I don't think it hurts the main Wanda. I mean, it's gonna hurt
Yeah, probably not.
that Wanda, but not. that Wanda.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I agree. Probably not.
Anyways,
But yeah, that whole sequence was like so cool. Like the way
anyways,
they were running away.
Professor X gets some good stuff because he says that he gives some Doctor Strange some advice. He tells Doctor Strange that the Book of Ishanti is in the Illuminati headquarters. Um, and he says something really nice. Like he says like even though like we stray from our path, like there's always a chance that we can do good. And he's not only talking about Doctor Strange because the Doctor Strange in his universe is was evil or like got possessed by the Darkhold to kill Thanos and shit. Like he's also talking about America Chavez, and he's also talking about Wanda to an extent because like she strayed from her path, but there's a chance that she might still come back. So that's some nifty storytelling right there because it kind of leads into like the end of the movie where Wanda, I mean, she doesn't sacrifice herself, but she just fucking stops doing the evil shit. She's like,
Yeah, the whole the whole ending was kind of touching because
mm-hmm,
Wanda has to the only way to really defeat Wanda, uh I mean, because that's what Doctor Strange realized, like they can't defeat her.
mm-hmm,
But the only way to defeat her was by her seeing the fear in her kid's eyes.
yeah,
Uh because she finally open like America Chavez opened up a portal, and she was able to go into physically go into the other universe and see her kids, but they're not really her kids, they're the other Wanda's
yeah.
kids.
Which I wonder who she had kids with, because
I'm pretty sure they're all with Vision. I mean, Vision just probably died.
yeah, but how did they have kids?
I mean, I don't know.
Because Vision's a robot, so
I expected Vision to come out too.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I also expected Loki to come out uh for because of all the multiverse stuff.
I
But yeah, I know.
I forgot about Loki, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, but like that was the only way to defeat Wanda in this movie, by her looking into the fear of her kids' eyes, because they were like, no, you're not our mom, like you're a
Yeah,
monster or whatever.
but
Yeah.
something I found really nice, really cool was when the good Wanda, the one that the other Wanda has been possessing, she comes in close to evil Wanda. She touches her face, and then she's like, "Know that they are loved," and then fucking just that's it. That's and then Wanda's brought back to like the main universe, and I just thought that was really nice because that's something that Doctor Strange said before, like or somebody no Wong said it before that he was like, isn't it enough to know that in one universe that you have kids and that you are with them and they're like safe and like there's love and shit. And Wanda's like, no, and then just fucking pushes Wong off a cliff. Which, by the way, Wong dies like 2 times in this movie, pretty much, and he comes back like nothing.
Yeah, he probably I expected him to die, honestly, but I'm glad he did it.
I liked him in this movie more than the first Doctor Strange. He didn't have that many corny shit to say,
Yeah, for
which is what I
sure.
liked. Um, but I mean, we pretty much covered the whole movie. There's some stuff that we missed, but it doesn't really matter. Uh,
Yeah. I
cre- cre-
mean, one thing that I wanted to mention is that I expected also Deadpool took him out because apparently
because of his shoulder.
because of his
Or
shoulder. What do you mean?
no, my bad. It's because in the fucking poster, supposedly somebody saw like
Oh,
Deadpool, and it was
yeah,
like
because
like Deadpool's face and like all the way to his shoulder.
no, it's apparently like Deadpool like shushing,
Oh yeah,
like
my bad. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's that, and then also because I had seen that they were doing like costume fittings,
Oh
and like the
yeah,
person
and it
working for
was
Doctor Strange movie was there or something like that. So I
yeah
expected him to come out, but I
yeah.
mean,
I remember seeing that
whatever.
tweet.
Yeah, that's what I expected to be the post credit scene after I thought it was gonna be Toby because of you.
It it would have been funny if it was like Deadpool being like, so you stuck around for some stupid ass cameos, huh?
Mhm.
something like that. But I don't know. I didn't like the mid credit scene. I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
Oh wait. By the way,
It's
one shot I really liked towards the end of the movie. After Doctor Strange has his arc, his whole arc is that he should start caring for people
mhm.
or like start sacrificing, like like knowing how to care, knowing how to let people into his life, aka Wong and America Chavez. There's a part where he fixes the watch, right? And it's literally on his face. It's like all cracked. And it's supposed to be like, yeah, Doctor Strange is like a broken man, whatever. But then he fixes the watch, and then his face is like not broken again. So that's some good visual storytelling right there. That he goes from being a broken dude to being a nice and whole again, somewhat.
Yeah.
So that's some good visual storytelling right there. Just something I wanted to point out. Just a little scene I liked.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. The I mean, we really didn't talk about his whole relationship with Christine.
Oh no,
But we'll talk about it real quick. I mean,
they're cute.
yeah, I
Uh,
mean, it starts off with Doctor Strange going to her wedding and then she's
mhm.
marrying someone else. And then she basically explains that like it was never gonna work out.
I just
But
moved my
then
fucking
but
camera,
then we see like Doctor Strange meeting the other Christine and everything.
and it didn't work out in their universe either.
Yeah, it didn't work out. And it just he learns that in every universe, he is always like chasing her. And but that's when she said like it never works out, but then he says like I'll love you in every universe,
Yeah,
which was pretty touching. I'm not gonna lie, it was
yeah,
pretty
it was
cute.
nice. I thought since they both lost their respective versions of each other, they were gonna end up together somehow. But then I realized that
Yeah,
be
because yeah,
I
because
realized
she's because he says like, "Oh, I wish I could take you to our universe. It's
yeah,
beautiful." And then she says, "Oh, I would like to see that." So I thought
yeah.
they were gonna do that.
I thought so, but then it'd be super weird because then there'd be two Christines in the same universe. One of them married to somebody else, and then one of them dating Doctor Strange. That's kind of weird. That's kind of selfish of Doctor Strange to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take this
Yeah,
multiverse version. That's
it makes
basically,
sense.
oh, I mean, because it's basically what Wanda's doing. She's like, I'm gonna take these versions of my kids.
Yeah,
So it'd be the same thing. I guess that's why Doctor Strange didn't do it. But anyways, mid credit scene, Charlize
Charlize
Theron,
Theron.
Charlize Theron, whatever, uh, comes in through a portal and she's like, "You gotta come help me." And Doctor Strange is like, "Okay." And then he has a third eye, and it's all
Yeah,
gross and bad CGI.
bad CGI.
But yeah,
I mean, it wasn't that bad, but
it
it
look
was pretty cool. Like when it opened,
yeah,
it's
but
like
you can
the guitar.
yeah. Oh yeah, the music was super good in this movie. There's like a part where Wanda's like using the dark hold, and it's just like this rock ballad, this spooky rock ballad that plays, and it's really cool. But I did not like, anyways, I did not like the mid credit scene. That was dumb.
Yeah,
Um,
it was. I forgot the character's name.
her name is
I honestly had no idea who the heck
I
it
don't know who
was.
the fuck that was. Her name was Clea,
Yeah, Clea. There you go.
but I
Uh,
was so confused. I was like Charlize.
yeah. So for people that I already saw a video on it, obviously, because I was confused as many of you are.
She's
But
Dormammu's niece,
yeah, she's Dormammu's niece. She's Clea,
and she
and a bunch
marries
of
Doctor
adaptations.
Strange.
Yeah, and various adaptations of the comics, she marries Doctor Strange, which will be interesting to see. I don't know how they're gonna do that. I mean, they
Mm.
go into the dark dimension together because Reed Richards explains that sometimes universes like they'll like
Collide.
crash into each
Yeah,
other basically, and that's why he explained that and but then that's when Clea comes in and she's like, oh, okay, you caused this, so help me out.
bro, they gotta do Secret Wars.
Yeah,
That's
for
what all
sure.
these incursion stuff gotta do. They gotta do Secret Wars.
Yeah, I think they're like kind of setting up for it. I mean, they kind of
Yeah,
did with this movie.
yeah. I don't know. It was I first I thought Charlize Theron was Angelina Jolie, and I was like, oh hell no, it's it's Eternals because they had like similar outfits. I was like, why the hell is she purple now? But then they closed in on her face, and I was like, oh, that's somebody else.
Yeah.
But that's so
Yeah, no,
weird.
I was so confused when it happened,
It
but now
feels
I got
so.
some backstory.
It's because it feels so out of place because the last shot is Doctor Strange just screaming in the middle of the road, and then the third eye pops, and it's supposed to be like this horror movie like jump scare right before, like the last jump scare right before the credits, and then
Yeah.
you see the credits, and
And
then
then
he's
he goes
fine.
walking again.
He goes walking again. He's completely fine. And then Clea shows up and is like, "You gotta help me." He's like, "Okay," and then he just pops the eye like it's nothing. Like, what's the whole point?
Yeah, it was kind of it felt out of place, but it was funny.
Mhm. Like, obviously, it's to set up like the next
Something.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
something, because that's what they gotta do now. Just set up more stuff.
Yeah, that scene felt like something that like they told Sam Raimi to just like
Yeah,
include.
yeah. You like just do it, dude. Just put it in there.
And he's like, what this doesn't fit into the story, so we just put it in the mid credit scene.
Yeah, but the post credit scene was fun.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. I had to see the movie separately from my girlfriend. My girlfriend's back home where I am, where I'm from.
she was probably.
So but we saw it at the same time. But like I
Mhm.
think hers was like maybe 10, 15 minutes ahead of mine. Like her movie. So she texted me like post credit scene was lame.
Yeah.
And then
I
I was like, what's she talking about?
I there's a lot of people in my theater that once that post credit scene happened, they're like, that fucking sucked. Like they were like, that was
Yeah.
it. Like
The
that's
guy
so
right
lame.
next to me, the guy right next to me, he screamed, I've been conned.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, come on, shut up.
dude, people are just like, I don't know. Like I think people just expect too much from movies, especially Marvel movies. They think, oh, dude, the fucking post credit scene is gonna be something awesome. It's gonna be blah blah blah. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's- there's there. I don't think there's. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but
I mean, I would say
like
it's kind of Marvel's fault, really, because that's how they've done it before.
it is Marvel's fault. Like the first post credit scene was cool, setting up the Avengers or whatever, and then it's like now they think everything has to set up
Now it's a
something
fifty
else.
fifty. It could be something cool or it could be something lame.
Yeah, and I mean that's why they have two now, because it's like they need one that sets up the story. They need one that like might be fun, might be cool. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like what was the post credit scene in Spider-Man No Way Home?
It was the Doctor Strange trailer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's it.
Did they have a mid credits?
Yeah, it was the Venom.
Oh yeah. See, like that one's lame because I mean it's funny, but like it's just
It's
this.
lame because they took out Tom Hardy out
They
of the
took out Tom
MCU.
Hardy, and then all that's left is like a little bit of symbiote.
Yeah,
Eternals.
but
What was that?
whatever.
No, the Eternals one was cool because it was Blade.
I don't remember the mid credit scene.
It was Blade.
No, was it?
That's the end one.
I forgot which one was which. But I don't remember. I only remember that one. I don't remember the other one.
I only remember the Blade one,
Yeah, that's the only one I
to
remember.
be honest. But anyways, I like this one because I like Bruce Campbell, and he's like still punching himself, and then he looks at the camera, and he's like, "It's over," and then it like zooms in on his face, and it's just nice. It's just funny because it's like it's kind of like the Captain America one where he's like, "So you waited all at the end of the movie just for this, huh?" It kind of feels like that,
Yeah, it's pretty funny how he looked at the camera.
here's what you get for waiting, dude. Like, but yeah, a lot of people were mad, but I've seen mixed reviews on Twitter where some people hated the mid one and loved the post one, and then I've seen people that hated the post one and really liked the mid one.
We're talking about the entire movie in general.
But there's a
Uh,
reason why it's called a mid credit scene, guys.
I've already seen some comments saying multiverse of bitness.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I mean, I think Sebastian enjoyed the movie more than I did.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it in general. So my personal rating for the movie is a 7.5.
Okay.
Uh 7.5 Bruce Campbell's out of 10.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. That's groovy. Anyways, I would say mine is like an 8 out of 10, just because there is some stuff that I don't like.
Mhm.
But for the most part, I'm like, yeah, this is Sam Raimi, baby. This is
Yeah.
people
It's just as
people
one, it's
call
one of
it
those
the
things where like it's one of the things where, like those things I loved, I really loved,
yeah,
and
it's
then
like it's
some
like
things that I didn't like, I just didn't like. You know,
yeah,
get
man,
me?
like yeah, like perfect. Yeah, like the things I liked, I really liked. The things I didn't like, I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
I've
Yeah,
seen
get
I've
it.
seen worse. I've seen better. It's all
But
good.
do you think it was better than the first Doctor Strange movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
I
I,
don't
I
I
agree.
I don't like the first Doctor Strange movie that much.
Yeah.
Um Too long. Like I tried watching it with my girlfriend because she loves Matt Mikkelsen, and we did not finish it. We needed like 40 minutes and we were like, nah.
Yeah. I agree. This one
That
was
one that
a
one's
better.
midness.
Yeah. I mean, I guess since it is a 7.5 for me, it's kind of mid, but it's still better than a lot of the MCU.
This one's like, yeah, no, I agree. I would say it's like, I don't know where I would place it. I don't it's it's
I have
S
to
tier
think
for
about it
Sam
for my
Raimi, bro.
rantings.
It's S tier for Sam Raimi. S for Sam right there. But no, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, I would say it's like maybe A or B for me tier, for being honest, because
No, I have to look at my rankings to see where I could put it, but
yeah,
it's definitely a 7.5 for me.
a low
But
bias might be top five for me, just because I
damn.
I like it when I can watch an MCU movie and I can see that it wasn't just a product, where I can see that a director actually put in a little bit of the stuff he liked here and there.
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's just the way I feel about the MCU in general. I don't mean, like it's just in terms of like the way I view movies and the way I enjoy movies, where I think this one is one of my favorites just because of that, just because of the director, you know?
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I think that's it, pretty much the end of the episode there.
Yeah.
Covered everything. We talked about what we didn't like or what we did
Mm-hmm.
like. But anyways, let us know your thoughts in the movie.
Do you think our
Uh
multiverse selves have a podcast?
yeah, it's probably better than what we have now.
Mm,
Yeah,
probably.
they're the other multiverse of ourselves. They have a better podcast. They have and they go to movie premieres and everything.
Mm, damn. We got to
we,
get one of those books, dude.
to reference Community, we are in the darkest timeline right now.
Oh, for sure. I'm
Yeah.
in the only timeline because I don't dream.
Okay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys
Wait,
what?
JP,
What?
I think you're forgetting something.
Oh shit. What did I forget? I think I know
Um,
what you're talking about.
so what are we gonna watch next?
Uh we'll figure it out later.
But what if we can't decide?
No, don't worry about it. We'll
But
figure it out later.
we have an app that can let us decide what to watch.
Oh my god. You're so right.
Yeah, we forgot to plug.
You're so right. Uh I don't know what we're gonna watch. What can we watch? How can we help ourselves decide what we're gonna watch next?
Well, there's this nifty app that we can use that can help us decide. All we got to do is sign up, create a profile, link all of our streaming services, and spin the wheel. And we never have to worry about what to watch next ever again.
What? What app is this? I've never heard of this app.
Okay, I can't do this, man. It's yeah, I can't keep it going.
No,
So
it can't be natural. Anyways, guys, there's a new app that is being a little sponsorship that and It's called Q. They are a
Mhm.
great app. I reached out to them because I thought their idea of the app was actually genuinely good. Uh, Basically, Sebastian explained it.
Mhm. Or
It's
tried
an
to
app.
at least.
Yeah, they tried to explain. It helps you decide what to watch next. You just sign up and you can see what you tell the app what services you have, what streaming services you have, and then it will help. There's a little option where you can see a little spin the wheel, and it decides for you.
Mhm.
And also, there's a rating system. You can give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a loved, in case you actually really enjoyed the movie, and you can give a little review. And there's also a little community option where you could see the other people you follow, what they thought of movies and everything. And then you could go follow us on there. Same thing
Yeah.
as all our social medias. At Stay to the Credits, we'll be uploading all our reviews for movies up there. So yeah, go give us a follow. Go follow
Yeah.
all your favorite creators. And thank you, Q, for sponsoring this video.
Yeah. Thank you.